Hey, this is Joe again. This is my follow-up video after using this car for a few days now. So it's been great. It's a lot of fun. It's got some bashes and bruises on it. It's been running really well. Just give you kind of an idea, my opinion on it, and what I've noticed, and also specifically the run times like I had mentioned earlier. So I guess what we'll do is we'll start with the run times. They've been incredibly impressive. I'm going to post these pictures too. What I did is I basically started a timer when I started driving and when it was flat, basically. So my times range, just a few samples. They've all been pretty consistent, but 18 minutes and 18 seconds, 18 minutes and 48 seconds, and then the longest run was 19:59. Now, what's even more impressive, I think those run times are awesome, but the charge time, they've all been a little over 12 minutes. So 12 minutes and 38 seconds, and then my longest charge time was 13:25. How cool is that? Charge it for 13 minutes and play for 19. It's awesome, and it runs full bore. The battery feels like it gets a little bit soft towards the end, but really not all that bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the body clips off. There is a little bit of damage to the vehicle. It's not at all an issue with the vehicle at all. Driving it around my little boy, the shock tower broke right here. It got stepped on. So that's certainly not a fault of the vehicle. In no way could you possibly expect it be able to hold a 35-pound, nearly 3-year-old boy stepping on it. So anyway, been lots of fun. It's very, very quick. I'll try to in the future post some videos of it running. I've mostly ran it indoor. You know, I was talking about those run times. The shorter run times in the 18-minute range were all done on the carpet, and they've been right around that time frame. Now, the one that was almost 20 minutes, that was outside, and I'm thinking that at first I thought it would actually be worse outside because, you know, you'd have it wide open. But I think with the nature of driving it on the inside of the house with, you know, basically hitting that throttle quite often, quite hard, and with the resistance of the carpet, I think it's actually just, you know, lends itself to more runtime outside. Now, this thing was showing 0 wear on the tires after about 6 or 7 battery packs indoors. Now, keep in mind, 7 battery packs is 20 minutes, roughly 20 minutes a piece. That's a long time to run this thing. My little boy's coming in. He's probably, hey, Benny, do you like this? Do you like this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it? So, like I said, no wear on the tires initially. Running it on the carpet, and I was talking about, you know, 7 run times or 7 batteries, 20 minutes a piece. That's a lot of time, really. Anyway, I took it outside. About 2 battery packs I've run out there. The tires absolutely wear so quickly outside. You know, they're so small. The tread blocks are tiny on it. It's probably real hard to see on this, but basically this rear tire is extremely flat in comparison to this front wheel here. And you know, I'm not sitting there trying to do donuts with it, and really I focus on driving smoothly versus just bashing. And anyway, outside is going to hammer it. I mean, it's just going to. One of the shocks, this shock right here, feels like it's completely void of oil. 100% void. But still a ton of fun ton of fun. I think the value of it, I mean, you just would be amazed at how fast this thing is. And I'll post a video of some running, some driving it. It is so quick, and it's a blast to drive. Oh, another thing. This thing doesn't track straight on the carpet. I don't think it is something wrong with the vehicle, but if you go low speed on the carpet, the back tends to kind of like it goes straight in a line, but the back is like kicking out. And I'm not talking about blipping the throttle or anything. It just does it. And I don't know if it's because the diffs need a little bit more power, and it's just trying to drive with one wheel at the rear or what. But at first I thought there was something wrong with it. But if you put it on a surface like this desk or tile or concrete, it drives perfectly straight. And by the way, the steering trim has stayed dialed in. It is, you know, as soon as you straighten it out, and it's good. One other area of concern is the throttle response. Now, this is something that maybe I could use a little bit of education on myself, but it feels like the throttle has a dead spot in it really early on, meaning if this vehicle is completely standing still and you grab the throttle, if you can imagine, let's say a motor having, you know, on the armature, you know, 4 positions, and if it lands in one position, it's not going to go. That's what it feels like sometimes. And I almost feel like it's a delay built into the ESC to almost like when you can't just like reverse suddenly. So I'm wondering if it's that. I haven't seen any information about that, but it's just different from other RC cars I've had. And I think it really has to do with maybe how fragile the small components and how powerful the motor is. You know, and it might also be a little bit of my driving style. I have a tendency a little bit to, you know, on and off switch on the gas. I can drive it like that. It was always my racing style. Then a little less feathering the throttle. But anyway, totally a lot of fun. Body's holding up pretty well. These number tags and stuff, this one's been popped off. It's basically double-sided taped on. You know, I understand why. Kind of a little bit. They look super cool. I like them. I mean, I don't want them gone, but at the same time, I'm not anticipating them staying there very long. Hair does get into the axles, into the drive line. It's just the nature of it being so darn small, but I am extremely happy with it. And again, I'm running everything with the 2S battery pack. That's I think 7.4 volts or something like that. The stock one. I was gonna get extra batteries, but I actually don't even see a purpose in doing it, because this thing, you know, you just plug it in, set it down for 12 or 13 minutes, and you're ready to go. I've never driven an RC car ever in my life while having fun and thinking, man, when is this battery gonna die? I'm done. You know, I mean, I'm content driving this. This thing actually runs past my expectation level, and I'm ready to put it down at that time. And you know, of course, once it charges up, I'm ready to go again. But that's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool because a lot in the past it was always you run this thing and then you're like, oh man, already the battery's gone. So that again might be a characteristic of my age with the cars, and the technology, how it's changed. I know the LiPo stuff runs a lot better. So anyway, if you have any questions, you can post a comment, and again, I will try to post a video later on it. Thanks.